Well, here we go. This is a nice brief. Firm launching a new brand of champagne has decided to do what somehow now seems the obvious. So this looks like a fun one. Well, here we have the completed bottle. And these are all rigged on terribly fine tungsten wire. Go in there, John. Tungsten wire is the key. There you can see it, with the light glinting off it, all attached up here. The wire is almost completely invisible in a photograph. And this bottle is really quite magnificent. The glass, the bottom of it is real glass. From the back, you can see the construction of the bottle here now. Hold on, you see it's a kind of polyurethane foam and covered with this stuff, which is stiff. And it's a thin sheet of resin, which is embossed with the appropriate bits to give it the thing. Now this is our air line, our smoke line going in there. That goes inside. Here's a lighting rig that has got these little fiber optic lights on it, Broncolor. That's the idea of those, is it lights up the bits at the back, top and bottom. That's on a slow speed at about 100th of a second, as is the spotlight down there on the front bits. Okay, this air line is connected to this pressure cylinder and blows bits out, which are on little grids inside the boat. Now wind the boat back, please, John. There we are. The boat is on an armature. That's right, and then wind it back in, which you can see is attached up there with a string that runs all the way up back to the camera. That's on a little winder upper that John's got the other side. We can't see it very easily from here. Down in there somewhere. Wind, John. That's how that works, you see. There's the boat there. I'll switch on the tungstens. When we do this streak, we put these tungsten lights on, we switch the rest of the lights off. And the idea of that is to light the top of the boat and the sides of the boat, at the bottom of the boat, and the end, but not much else. That's the idea. Sheet, what is it? 12. We didn't get the streak right, something got in the way. But the explosion's beginning to work. Beginning to work quite nicely. We're now going to add some more bits and try again. The client's already got his picture. He's happy, but we're not quite yet. So I'll let you know when I am. Alright, we're going to show you how we do the streak exposure. John, put the mask on. Now first of all, this mask is placed in front of the camera on a pre-arranged connector. It's the sonar thing there. The cutout shape will cut away the side of the bottle, you see. The ship will notch into there, okay? Okay, remove that. That's a mask which we had in to prevent the white flat at the back showing. That comes out, the filter goes in. Swing the filter back in. And then we swing a blue filter in here because we're going to do a tungsten exposure. Alright? Now, tungsten lights on and all the rest of the lights off. Okay, yes. That flag goes out of the way. Yes, pull it out. Now, here's the boat, and we put these black bits of tape on it to cover up areas that are going to have too much white on them, because we want a controlled streak. The lighting, you can't see it very well because it's got very contrasty here, but we're using these little dado lights, very high quality low voltage lights here, and up there's another one, to light the boat for this shot, okay? Now open the shutter and wind slowly, and you see what happens as he winds that. We can move the boat back there on that swinging bar. Close, and that's it. That does the streak. a lot of practice and experimentation was necessary to get that right. Set up for the ordinary exposure now. Please take the mask out, take the filter out. So the filter swings out of the way. This mask comes off. That mask goes back on again. That's a black mask. There's a white flat in the back and that covers it up. This comes off, and you can see sonar is very useful here because you can have it positioned perfectly where you want it, and you have a very precise mechanism for taking it. Put it back on the end of the rail. We put it on the end of the rail here because there's a slight weight change when it goes on, and that means that the camera stays in the same place both times. Blocking off here on a Cambo stand, double rail clamp, and a solid black rail, which makes the whole thing quite stable. For this exposure, the tungstens of course go off and all the flashes go on. I've got a little box here. What's happening here is there's an air trigger there, which will fire the box. That's 0, and this is what happens when it's fired. There's a delay as it cycles around, and it goes off on the 5th output here, and that's a delay of, as I remember, of about, what was 100 milliseconds or so?
156 milliseconds.
156 milliseconds. This delay line is attached to, it's attached to there, teed off the air line, and here we have an air gun compressor over there, and the output has been set. We found that in our particular situation 45 psi was about right. So basically what we have then is another flash set up, one of these flash packs. This is set up to have a delay of another 100th of a second, and then to go off in a 1,000th of a second. The white, the black bits come off the boat, of course, and the whole bottle would be cleaned up. We're not actually shooting it at this moment. Okay, so we're ready to go here. Pull the slide, John, and cock the bottle. Okay, so we're set up here. Now what's going to happen is that we're going to open the shutter, which we normally have the lights off here, but we'll leave them on so you can see. We're going to open the shutter, and John is then going to squeeze the air valve, and that should give us, set the bits in action and give us the exposure. All right, John, do it. And that was it. And this is the actual trigger here. Is the box on? Yes, that's right. When the air goes, the flash fires. The box cycles, you see? And this is the final tranny. If I pull back too far, it'll all get too bright because this camera's got an automatic exposure. So I'll give you a nice easy close-up here, pan around a little bit, and then we'll pull back. And there's a kind of overexposed version of the shot. I must get myself a rostrum camera. Okay, we finally got the poster of this ad. There you are, and it's easier to read on this high contrast video than the actual tranny. That's it anyway. Okay. Bye.